chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Hi, Wayne Collins. I'm glad to have you near me and by me, even though you're way over in Pittsfield. How far is it from Pittsfield to Nassau?
I'm not sure. It's about an hour ride, I think.
Well, I would say it's about 40 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so between you and me right now is a Bible passage. Could you read it?
Yes. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. That's Ephesians 4:28.
Be ye renewed.
In the spirit of your mind.
In the spirit of your mind?
In the spirit of your mind.
Be renewed.
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Ephesians 4:28.
Yes. That's so important, isn't it?
Yes.
Little Columbia cat, are you renewed? Are you renewed in the spirit of your mind, honey? Yeah. Wayne, what do we have for a song?
Well, the song, what were you doing for a song? In Christ there is no east or west.
In Christ there is no east or west, in him no north or south. But what?
But one great fellowship of love throughout the whole wide world.
Good. Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Well, the last one we had was abundance. And going down the list after this, we have abuse, abusive, abutment, abutment, abutter, abysmal, abysmally, abyss.
Abyss. Stop right there. Abyss is a beautiful word.
Abyss, the primeval great deep, a bottomless gulf, chasm, anything too deep for measurement, as an abyss of shame, or it could be the ocean depths.
Yes, I'd like to hear those again, and very slowly, could we please?
Yes, abyss, the primeval great deep, a bottomless gulf, chasm, anything too deep for measurement, as an abyss of shame. Last definition, the ocean depths.
Very fine word. Do you know any stockbroker jokes?
Yes. Do you know why the stockbroker hung mistletoe over the door of his office?
Let me think. Was this at Christmas time?
No.
Why did the stockbroker hang mistletoe over his door?
So his clients could kiss their money goodbye.
All too true. Do you know any other stockbroker jokes?
Yes. The stockbroker said you'd be surprised how many people drive up with a chauffeur in a Lincoln to ask advice for a man who comes to work on the subway.
Yes, right. Yeah, that is really something you can think about and wonder about, right?
Yes, yes. That's like the people who write a book and say how to make $1 million on the stock market. But if they're doing so well, how come they need to be selling the book?
That's right, Wayne. That's right. Now let's see. Farmer Brown. The Baptist minister would go to visit his flock every Wednesday. And he said, Farmer Brown, you have not been in church for a long time. And Farmer Brown says, how can I go to church? All I got is this farming gear. I can't wear this to church. So the next Wednesday, the minister brought Farmer John a lovely suit of clothes. But come Sunday, Farmer Brown is not in church. And the minister said, Farmer Brown, I'm appalled you were not in church Sunday. And Farmer Brown says, These clothes you gave me were so nice, I thought I could go to the Episcopal Church. Now, let's see, what else do we have?
Oh, you had a couple of bunny jokes.
Oh, yes. Wayne, tell me about the bunnies in the hot desert.
Yes, the bunnies were walking across the desert, and they were getting very tired and very thirsty, and by the time they got to the other side of the desert, do you know what they were called?
No, what were they called?
Hot cross bunnies.
And folks, why did the bunny rabbit ask to be changed into a goon within the next 24 hours? Do you know, Wayne?
Yes, so he could be here today and goon tomorrow.
That's okay. Well, thank you very much, Wayne.
You're welcome.
We're going to try to get the Columbia cat to turn off the video. And we have over 13,370 videos. Did you know that, Wayne?
No,
Yes, we do.
that's a lot of videos.
And that would be as of 50 years, Wayne.
And that's a lot of hours.
Wayne, I'm going to try to cheer up America.
That's a good idea.
And I want to thank you for your support in this. You are a great help.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now, Bible passages first.
All right. And the Bible passage is Ephesians 4:28. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
Be renewed in the spirit of your mind. That really speaks to me. Does it speak to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Christ, Jesus Christ was certainly renewed by the spirit of his mind, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. But he didn't need to be renewed because he was all perfect.
Now let's see.
He didn't really need to. The one time he may have been renewed was when he was tempted at being in the wilderness for 40 days, and then it says the angels came and ministered to him. That may have been his renewal.
Yes, that's reasonable. Now let's see our hymn. What is our hymn, honey?
Christ, there is no east or west.
Okay. In Christ there is no east or west, in him no north or south, but one great fellowship of love throughout the whole wide earth. Do you happen to know the second verse?
Not offhand.
Yeah. Now that's an unusual, because you usually know all the verses.
I haven't come upon that one in a long, long time, and that's not one that I've sung or played a whole lot over the years, to be perfectly honest.
Now we're at word, vocabulary word. Got a good vocabulary word that will lift our spirits?
Well, let's see what we have. The last one we did was abyss.
Abyss. Tell me again what that means.
Abyss means the primeval great deep, a bottomless gulf or chasm, anything too deep for measurement, as an abyss of shame. Or it could be the ocean depths. That could be an abyss, too.
Yes, right. I'd like to hear them again, please.
Yes, abyss. The primeval great deep, a bottomless gulf, chasm, anything too deep for measurement, as an abyss of shame, or the ocean depths.
I haven't had an abyss of shame for a long time, but I know I've had them.
Yes, so have I.
Now I'm going to turn off the recorder, honey, and we're going to try to get 5 jokes from way, way, way back in the collection. And Wayne, I hope that Brenda will be able to call you today, and the 3 of us get you some new jokes. You need them.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we'll see what we can do for jokes for today.
Good morning, Wayne Collins over in Pittsville.
Good morning, Glendora.
I think you have a joke for us. Can you tell us what it is?
Yes. They say teenagers don't know the value of $1. That's why they ask you for 20.
Yes, they do. They know the value of a dollar. That's why they ask you for 20. What about the little girl who had 2 quarters on her way to Sunday school?
Yeah, she was given 2 quarters, and one was to be put into the collection at Sunday school. The other was to be for herself, for spending whatever she wanted. So as she was on her way to Sunday school, she was skipping along and singing, and one of the quarters rolled out of her pocket, and it went down into the drain. And she said, well, there goes Jesus' quarter.
All right. Now, cue me in on my 3, would you?
Yes, you had one about a casserole.
Oh, a woman said I had the most delicious recipe for casserole. I simply mention it, and my husband says, let's eat out.
And what about the barber?
Oh, the barber said to his customer, where are you going on your vacation? And his customer says, I'm going to Rome. The barber says, well, you won't like Rome. The beds are hard, the food's no good, and you'll never get to see the Pope. The young man was disheartened, but he decided to go. When he came back, the barber said, where'd you go on your vacation? And the young man says, I went to Rome. The beds were comfortable, the food was delicious, and I did get to see the Pope. You got to see the Pope? What did the Pope say to you? Well, he pat me on the head 3 times, and then he said, where did you get that haircut?
And then you have a lawyer joke for today.
Lawyer joke. Lawyer. Oh, the lawyer says, I'll take your case on a retainer basis. That'll cost you $3,000, and that entitles you to 2 questions. And the client said, $3,000, 2 questions, isn't that expensive? The lawyer says, what's your second question? Oh, thanks. Let's go for our Bible passage.
Oh, yes. We had a passage from the book of Ephesians, and it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
Be renewed in the spirit of your mind?
Yes. And that's from Ephesians 4:28.
I think I memorized that wrong. I thought it was by the spirit of your mind, but it isn't, huh?
In.
Thank you. What was our hymn?
The hymn was in Christ there is no east or west.
In Christ there is no east or west, in him no north or south, but one great fellowship of love throughout the whole wide earth. A word. How about a vocabulary word?
All right. Well, the last word we had was abyss. And after abyss in the dictionary comes Abyssinia, Acacia, academic, an abbreviation for academy is there, academic freedom, academician, academisticism.
All right. What is academic freedom?
Academic freedom is to express the freedom of a teacher or student to express his beliefs, such as political, economic, etc., without arbitrary interference.
There you are. Okay, that's very good. I'd like to hear it again.
Yeah. Academic freedom is the freedom of a teacher or student to express his beliefs, which could be political, economic, etc., without arbitrary interference.
Oh, very good. Wayne, you're very, very, very nice to let me tell you every day how much money we spend and then add it up in columns by the end of the month. You're very kind to do that. Do you have the figures in for June?
Well, I haven't put them on the year sheet yet. I do have them in the columns. I can read them from the columns if you want them.
Yes, very much.
Okay. Well, let's see. Starting with page 1 here. Let me get the pages in order because they're not in order. Well, for gasoline, it was $0. Medical was $77. Now, looking at dental, print, and cars, each one was $0. Donations received came to $140. Consolidated internet was $61. There was nothing spent on airtime. And your non-employee compensation came to $2,392.
Wow, that's the money that I pay people to read to me, folks. And how much was it, Rain?
$2,392. And then your technical equipment was $144. Postage $8. Supplies was $0. Your electricity for business was $104. Telephone for the month was $148. And for the museum, you spent $354. One-time only business was $0. Bank fees, and this included a cumulative charge, is $369.
Bank fees.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I believe you included more than 1 month under this month.
Yes, I've got to straighten that all out, but it is a matter of record. Someday we'll straighten that out, what the trust is charging us.
Yes. Groceries, $398.
Mm-hmm.
Household, $25.
What?
Household.
Household.
$25. Personal was $0. Your electricity for personal use was $51. And your rent for business was $300. Personal, $100. Nothing for HABA health.
No HABA.
Yeah.
That's a health and beauty products.
Yeah, I didn't spend anything on that this month. Gift, $2. Clothes, $0. Laundry, $20. One-time only personal, $0.
Wow.
So, for business for the month, you spent $3,361, and for personal, it was $586. So,
And the total?
the total came to, let's see, I have it here someplace, $3,957.
Almost 4,000. And you did all that work, and you got it to balance too, didn't you?
Yeah, it was, let me just see something here. 590, that was 596 personal, I believe. Yes, it did balance. Yes, 596. 7, let's see. Well, anyways, it balanced.
Yeah.
I did get it to balance.
Okay, Wayne. That's a monumental task, and I just am ashamed that I made you work so hard.
Oh, well. That's
Okie dokie.
okay.
Anything else, dear?
No, I believe that's it.
All righty. Take care.
You as well. Have a good day.
Yes. Yes, they are all pretty good, Wayne. Take care.
You as well. Bye now.
Bye-bye. This is my friend Gina, and Gina's going to read us a paper that my friend Pat wrote for you.
Okay, how I met Glendora. I met Glendora when she moved to Nassau in 2012. At the time, I was the director of the Nassau Free Library, and Glendora came in to get a library card and learn about the community. I was immediately impressed by her friendliness and her interest in learning local history. My library connection to Glendora ended when I retired early in 2013. However, we remained friends and spent much time together. During the ensuing years, I had many opportunities to witness her generosity, her commitment to her beliefs, and her perseverance through several health challenges. And I chuckled over hundreds of jokes. In many ways, Glendora has been an inspiration to me. I feel fortunate that she has touched my life. Pat Sar.
Oh, Pat Sar, thank you very, very much. Gina, do you have other in-mail? Wayne Collins.
Yes.
Why shouldn't you tell anybody a secret if you are standing near a clock?
because time will tell.
That's right, Wayne. And the judge is fair. He's mean to everybody. And what else did we have? The raspberry. Why did the raspberry have to go see the school psychologist? Wayne, do you know why the raspberry had to go see the school psychologist?
Well, yes, because he was in a jam.
Oh. Okay, what's next?
Well, one man said to another, "You're just like Dan Smith." And the other man said rather indignantly, "I am nothing like Dan Smith." And the other man said, "Oh, yes, you both owe me $10.
And give me one, would you please?
Yes, what does PhD stand for?
PhD stands for Piled Higher and Deeper. Now, what else we have? I think we have one other, don't we?
No, I think that was 5. We had the clock and Dan Smith and the judge and
PhD.
And the raspberry.
Oh, okay. That's all they're entitled to today, right, Wayne?
That's right.
Yeah. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Where are we now in the book by Mr. Peel, a biography of Mary Baker Eddy? Where are we now?
I believe we're up to page 55 now.
It was yesterday that you told me how her brother died so young from overwork.
Yes.
Hi, folks. It's Glendora. Do you understand your relationship to God? Do you want to be led to the truth? Do you want others to be led to the truth with you? We have to understand God. How do you do that? You get rid of all selfishness and egotism and me first. How do you do that? Let's try stopping a while and not thinking of self. Let's try that, folks. I can think of another one too. Just try loving others. No love of self. Just try loving others and doing things for others. And others includes animals. And that's why we have to be vegan. So it's a couple of things we can try. Well, we came up with something this morning on the 10th of July, Saturday, at 5:30, 6:30 a.m. Folks, I learned something new. You want me to tell you? I learned that you do not blow your bubble gum while you're wearing your mask. Did I ever tell you what a teenager once said to me? She says, "I'm going to keep talking until I find out what it is I want to say about this." Well, I know what I want to say about veganism. Go, live long and strong. I was at the Kinderhook Reformed Church, and the minister announced from the pulpit, "This afternoon we're going to start a men's study group." And I got up and I said, "Well, I'm coming." I've been studying men for 70 years and I still don't understand them. Go vegan, everybody. This man is walking down the street, and in his arms is a darling Cocker Spaniel puppy. And he meets his friend, and he says to his friend, "What do you think of this Cocker Spaniel puppy that I got from my wife?" And his friend said, "That's not a bad trade." Go vegan, folks. The Apostle Paul in Philippians 4:6 said, "I have learned to be content in no matter what state I find myself." And that includes the state of New York. You will be content when you go vegan, and not until. The Apostle Paul in Philippians 4:6 said, "I have learned to be content in no matter what state I find myself." And that includes the state of New York. You will be content when you go vegan, and not until.
A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with